Alright, you guys, before we get started, this video is made for Mr. Kyle 148. He asked for me to do a comparison video of Stihl backpack blowers to Husqvarna backpack blowers, and so I'll do it here. First, before we start off, I'm not really convincing you anyway, because if you've read the title of this vid, you've already probably decided which blower you like. Can't really tell you what you like, it's your opinion. I mean, I know some of you guys, I'll convince you so much to go to Husqvarna or Stihl, and you'll still be stuck on one brand, because that's what humans do. We have our opinions. So Husqvarna blowers, everything below the 560, it's BTS or BFS or whatever, is sort of different. They're made by Husqvarna, but they're not they're outside of the RedMax Husqvarna group. Everything in the 560 and up is made by the Komatsu Zenoa brand, which the engines and the parts are made in Japan, and they're imported to the United States and assembled here in the United States. If I believe it's Charlotte, North Carolina, but don't cite me on that. But yes, that's RedMax. If you guys didn't notice, that's the non-American name of RedMax. The RedMax and Husqvarna blowers are the exact same thing. There's not one different than the other. Basically, you can pick your color of blower. Here's a conversion chart. You guys want to look at that. Everybody knows this blower right now is the most powerful on the market. It's like puts out 900 something CFM, which is huge for a blower. And these blowers are the RedMax ones. I mean, Husqvarna, RedMax, same thing. Yep, so that's where they come from. The blowers like the 130 BT and 150 BT, they're outside, I guess. I'm not really sure where they're made. I've seen some that are actually made in China. And when they say made in China, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It's made to the same specifications as it's made here, but it's still made in China. You know, you don't want to. You'd much rather have a product that says made in the United States, made in Brazil, made in Germany. You don't want it in China just because of China's reputation of making cruddy stuff. But China can make good stuff if the manufacturer wants it to. If the manufacturers, once they put more money into the product, they'll put more money into the product to make it a better machine. But that's all depends on what they want. The next one, Stihl blowers. The BR500, the BR600 is all the exact same engine. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if it says Magnum, it's the same exact engine. So I'm guessing they're severely detuned to get the difference in CFM between the two, because I would think the exact same engine would produce the exact same CFM at each blower. I don't know if the blower housings are different. The blower housing might be different, but to me they look about the same. So I'm guessing they detuned it to give it less horsepower. I know the 500 has a lot less horsepower than the 600, but it's the exact same CC, exact same size engine. So they must have detuned it. And these blowers are made in the United States in Virginia Beach, just like most Stihls. Stihl does have a factory in China, Brazil, and Germany, in the United States. So the parts can come from any one of those. Like, they may make the air filter housing in China and ship it over just because it's cheaper. They want to provide. It's all about them producing it cheaper and making the exact same product cheaper, but they're selling it for the same price. So they may move production over to China, and it might be cheaper for them to make everything in China, so they have a bigger profit and you don't even realize it. So that's the whole get up on this one. But I was asked to do a comparison with backpack blowers here. So I picked really two big blowers that Husqvarna and Stihl sell that are sort of popular. They're the exact same price range, $499, $499. First of all, if you're a homeowner, there's really no reason, unless you have a lot of land, there's only one reason why you'd ever buy a blower this big if you're a homeowner, and that's to probably show off to your friends or YouTube buddies. But why would a homeowner with a postage stamp size lot need a BR600 or a 570 BTS? I mean, really. They make smaller blowers that are much more efficient for the job you're doing. A bigger blower is not always better. Just get that across. I mean, they use a lot of gas. Like, even if it is a 4-mix or a Strato, it still uses a lot of gas. You can actually, the handheld blowers put out more CFM than the backpack blowers of similar CC. And at some point, a bigger blower becomes inefficient for you to use if you're only doing a small thing. And also, these blowers, the BR600 and the 570 BTS, are really not used in large commercial operations that I've seen. These are mainly used by the 1 to 2 crewmen companies, like one guy mowing, one guy trimming kind of thing, versus the big neighborhood mow huge facilities or commercial lots. I've really only seen them use Echo. Companies like Valley Crest that mow huge lots, all they use is Echo. And that's just because they're simple. And simplicity is the answer to reliability and things like that. So that's why they choose to go with Echo instead of these two, because these are a lot more advanced and outside of the Echo's, I don't know, reliability. Echo's reliability because they're simple. And that's why the bigger companies use them. And I've really never seen any large company use any of these. You never see like a company with 6 guys leaf blowing with BR600s. It's always Echo. Or always one of the Japanese companies. So you really have no reason to have a huge blower if you own a posted size lot. So the 570 BTS, the reason why I picked this one is it's because it's the exact same price as the BR600, and the BR600 hands down is Stihl's most popular backpack blower. The 570 BTS, if you look over on this chart, the 570 is a EBZ 7500 RedMax. It's the exact same CFM. CFM is 770, miles per hour is 236. It works off strato charging, which it sort of forces more air into the engine to get a stronger explosion. That's sort of how it works. It adds more air. If you look at one of my videos where I take apart my Husqvarna chainsaw, you'll see a strato-charged engine. They're much more fuel efficient than what the original 2-stroke is, which is just, the normal air intake and gas injection, basically. Compared to the Stihl, this is going to be really loud. The Stihl's 4-mix makes the BR600 a lot quieter than the normal average 2-stroke. And it's going to be a lot heavier than the BR600. Now the BR600, it's still $499, and the difference between those prices is on a Husqvarna machine, you can get discounted a lot. I mean, you can bring in coupons and that kind of stuff for your store or whatnot, and get it down to like $450 or even $420 or something like that. BR600, you cannot do that. Stihl doesn't allow you to do coupons and that kind of stuff. And discounts, military discounts, they won't let you do that. Unless you know the dealer very well, they're not going to discount their stuff. They do have sales, but those really aren't sales because they do them at the exact same time every year and discount it like $20 off. I mean, really, $20? That's not much at all. That's like 1 tank of gas. So it really does not help. So the Husqvarna blower wins on value wise because you can get it a lot cheaper and it's still a great blower. And no matter how much I convince you, the majority of you guys are going to shoot back right at this one just because of its popularity. It's because it's proven a lot, but it's not necessarily the better of the two for the price range. The CFM on the blower, the Stihl blower is 712, which is pretty good. It doesn't beat the Husqvarna 770, but it still has plenty of power to do the job that you're looking for. And at 201 miles per hour and 236, it matters a little bit what the mile per hour is. I won't say it's worthless, but it does count. Every little bit helps. Now the Stihl, this is where it gets bad. The Stihl works off the 4MIX engine, and the 4MIX engine, it's sort of hit or miss, really. On a design of environmentally friendly and power standpoint, it's great, but the engineering on the reliability part and the long-term effectiveness or reliability, it's not very good at all. They have valves that have to be readjusted at like 139 hours. I mean, who keeps track of how many hours they put on their blower, really? And they got to be decarbonized after a little bit too. There's valves in there that go bad, and you already see the problems, and decarbonize it. So reliability is really an issue with this one. I mean, you have a reliable 4MIX engine. It's sort of like a lemon thing. You'll get a good one and you get a bad one. They're really unpredictable. But overall, it's a good thinking design by Stihl to have a 4MIX engine. It gets them out of the normal two-stroke, and it definitely makes the machine lighter. I believe this blower is about 4 or 5 pounds heavier than this blower, but I guess it pays for that in the power it puts out. But like I said, the BR600 you're going to pay $499 for, and you can also get the exact same blower in the 550 and the 500 and 550. It's the exact same engine. So tell me why, if you can get the exact same engine, why does it cost more, and why would you go for the smaller one when it's the exact same engine? Why would they do that? Wouldn't you want more if you're going to be using the exact same engine? Why would you want it detuned like that? So I'm not really sure about that. So in my review, both are great blowers. Both have been proven a lot. Either one, I would say you can't really, it's personal preference really. Like I said early in the video, you're going to pick what you've already decided which one you like, and probably zone out the other one so you don't even see it. But both blowers seem to be good. But in the eyes of me, judging by this kind of thing and this, I believe the 570 wins this time, just because really this puts the 4MIX. People love it, people hate it. No, it's reliability issues. If there was a regular two-stroke in the BR600, just like this, BR600 would probably win. But no. But that's my review of the backpack blowers. Obviously, there's probably more out there that I could review, but I just chose these because they're in the same price range, and I knew the BR600 is a very popular blower. But thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. If you have any equipment that I'd like to do another one of these for, I'd gladly do it for you. So thanks.